So here's what I found today, which I've known about this row for a long time. This is President Monson's family. That's where he got the name, Thomas S. Condi, right there. There's another Condi, Margaret Condi, on November 13th. Prophet's birthday, 1880. November 11th, Richard. See the Blanche Condi. Here is his parents. And there's where he got the middle name. George Spencer Condi. That's his mother and father. The next one over here, another Condi. This is, let me see here. Yeah, these two rows are the two rows that go down P Street the best. As you can see, that is the only street that runs into Holy Cross, way at the end. And President McKay's house is on the right, on the corner of this street, P Street, and South Temple. Here's what I found today. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 down from President Monson's mom is a Vera, the only one in this area I've searched. Just happens to be in the same row, 5 down. Look at what's next to the Vera. On November 6th, very close to mine. This row runs right down into Holy Cross, right down P Street. It's the only street in this massive cemetery. It goes far up there, far over there. It's the only street that runs into the hospital, or from the hospital that runs into the cemetery. Donald, my mom was married to a Donald. All of my names have the O-N pattern. My middle name has the sun pattern. Look, a Charles next to the Vera. This is not a coincidence, I promise. The Lord knew the timing of when I would find this. This is my mom's current partner, Charles. Her other partner, Donald. Archibald, that's interesting because I just sent my mom a video on Archibald Gardner's mill, who a lot of people were named after him. 1930 is connected to 1980, and that they're both anniversaries of the birth of the church. Again, is there any doubt what Vera he's talking about? Donald. Charles. November 6th. It's basically my birthday. The line goes through a prophet's parents and 2 Spencers. A Donald, a Charles, a November 6th. Literally, the November 6th is literally right next to the Vera. That's the only November 6th I could find anywhere close to here. There's no November 7th. There's one way over there, but that's the only one. Now, check this out. Maybe the Lord wants Charles to see this, I don't know. But look at this. Kitty corner from the Vera is a Mark Peterson. In the context of what the Lord is saying, he's saying Mark Peterson, the apostle, who was an apostle when I was born, down there, straight down the street, runs right into the main doors past McKay's house. And it's spelt the same way. Mark Peterson. Look at that. Look at that. He died in 2023. The Lord wanted this symbol here. What is the Lord saying? November 7th. Mark Peterson's birthday was November 7th, and he was an apostle when I was born. November 7th, an apostle. That is literally what the Lord is saying. He was there, of the 12 apostles when I was born, one just happened to have a November 7th birthday. Look at that. Kitty corner from the Vera, 2 Donalds, the Archibald, which Gardner Village, named after Archibald Gardner, has unbelievable signs related to me. I'm not going to show everything over here, there's more, but I will say this. This is not a coincidence. Kitty corner is a September 12th. With an 1890, which is my birth symbols in a different order, it was a baby. I family searched it, September 12th. And directly in line with the Vera is another September 12th. It's this guy, Cassius Tressider, 1907. That's way too strong. I can't even find a November 7th around here. There's one up there by Morris, up to the left, but not on this plot. There's a street before you get to that. And I can't find one anywhere over here. Anywhere over there, none. There's one up there by that tree across the street, but it's not connected to this. So watch this. So Charles, November 6th, Vera, Donald, Archibald. Look, November 6th, from the Vera, November 6th, all the way down to the hospital, through the Condis. 2 down from the Vera is a Spencer and a Thomas S. This symbolizes president of the church also. December 7th was the day Elder Kieran was called. He has my name in his name, Aaron. So his name also has Aaron and Kearns without the S. It's perfect. That's meant to be. Ellen means Helen. Mount St. Helens erupted in 1980, the year of my birth. Again, that's 2 down from my mom. It's the next one to the Charles, December 7th. Then you have another interesting pattern. You have a November with an 80. And it happens to be a prophet's birth, Joseph F. Smith. Okay, Gandhi. Here's President Monson's parents. Look at that. Gladys, his mom. Look at how close that is to my mom's birthday. The Lord, he doesn't have to get it the exact day. I mean, I would be very careful with that because you don't want to be kooky, but the patterns over here are strong. You could even say May 17th, May 13th. The Aaronic priesthood was restored before them, but I don't run with that. So you go down, look. Look at this. There's the LDS church, one of the most historic churches in the city. It was built in 1927, the year that these two had President Monson. I don't believe that's a coincidence. The same year that they had him, and he's way up there. He's that big one up there a bit between the trees. He happens to be somewhat close to them, but look at this. Almost through the center of the road, about 1/3, it goes all the way to Holy Cross, right through it, through the main doors. So, but look at this. Most rows don't have names of prophets. Here's another one. George Smith was the name of a president of the church. Look, born the same week in terms of month and day as me. Look, the line goes all the way Look at that. Okay. Now, I don't believe this is coincidence. When you're driving up here, see? From Holy Cross, the sign you first see, look, I'll get in the center, and you stop, Smith. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? The first sign from Holy Cross after passing McKay's is a Smith. Look, another president of the church's name, the most important one, just happens to be in this line, which is probably the best line in terms of going down P Street, just straight into Holy Cross. Look, Condi's, President Monson, Condi's. Look, the last one, April 3rd, which was Lorenzo Snow's birthday. Another prophetic symbol, the birth of a prophet. Look at that, the very last one at P Street. The birth of a prophet. All the way down. Condi's, Monson, President Monson's family. Now, and I apologize, I'm tired. I've been here a long time. So I'll come back and make a video, a better one on this later. So this row is irregular right here. But this goes down about 1/3 of the other side. Wilford Woodruff's birthday. And then a bunch of young ones right there. I family searched them, there's nothing. There's Brigham Young's birthday, June 1st, which is close to these, the Condis over here. Okay, let me go back down. Look at this row. Could there be other confirmations that I'm interpreting this correctly? So, this cemetery is massive. You can't, it goes far up there. The trees are blocking it, far over there. Okay, it is very, very massive. Why? And there's streets everywhere. Look, there's a street in the cemetery. There's streets crisscrossing, and there's streets, look. You see, right there, there's a street that runs into the cemetery. There's another one down there. They're everywhere. They go everywhere, all over this cemetery. There's entrances and exits. Why does it just happen to be at this street, at the end, the other end of where I was born? If you're following this street, it runs into the center of Holy Cross, the main entrance about. And it goes right next to McKay's house. And then you come up here, and this is the other end of the street. Why? Of how huge this cemetery is there a founder of a hospital? What is the Lord saying? That guy, the tall one, he founded LDS Hospital. He could have been buried down there. He could have been buried over there. He could have been buried thousands of places. Why? What is the Lord saying? The Lord is simply telling us to put the pieces of the puzzle together. To put the pieces of the puzzle together. And he's pointing to a hospital right down there, the line. The Vera, the Charles, the Donald, the November 6th, the Mark Peterson, November 7th. Monson's parents going down. I am interpreting this correctly, even though I have problems. I am interpreting this correctly. Through the George Smith and the Joseph Smith. And that sign on the other side has a Smith, which is the most prominent sign. Look, when you come from Holy Cross, where I was born, the other side says Smith. He's pointing to Holy Cross. Now, let's go over here. By the way, there's only one 1980. There's actually, I think, one over there by the street. But this is a very old part of the cemetery. I can only find one 1980 anywhere, and there's 2 November 7ths way over there by the cars. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into that. Those are signs too, because there's a Vera. But just focusing on this one by P Street. So, LDS Hospital. To my angel mother. I gotta look that up. Look, another Charles. Now, I don't read into that Charles. I'm just saying that other Charles is right next to the Vera at the same time that I have been talking to my mom. Okay, so here is the hospital. It's simple. It basically goes down P Street, maybe like down the gutter. Look at this. It doesn't matter. See? Hospital. William H. Grove. A place of revelation. Look at the very next one to this hospital. Who gave birth to me? Following this line, look. No 1980s anywhere except one. Okay. I may not read into this, but it is the closest thing to an October 9th. Look at the next one. Paul, my dad's middle name. Now, probably coincidence, right? That's what I would think, but look at the next one. Is it on the other side? Look, V-E-R. And I think it's Verda. It's Verda, I think, because there's an A at the end. I think, yeah, Verda. July 20th, or no, May 20th, February, nothing there. Okay, Verda. Look at that. 3 down from the Verda. Look at that. In 1980, my brother's pattern, June 15th, June 5th. I've checked all these. There's not even a November. I've checked everything. No November 7th. None. Okay, now from the hospital to the Vera symbol of September 12th, look at 1, 2, 3, another Spencer. Now, this is the lady that started primary for children. What is the Lord saying? Look, primary, September 12th, Vera, all the way down to a young child, a baby. Holy Cross. Why is she buried here? She's got, this identifies the correct Vera, that I'm interpreting this correctly. And because it's got Spencer, and the fact that of all the people she started, the youngest, other than nursery perhaps, but perhaps back then that was included in this. I don't know. Hold on a second. I don't know if I've ever carefully looked at this one. Okay. They can't read it, but so the name Thomas over here is strong. Is he just using that symbol to connect? Because this is, you know, but anyways. So, how massive the cemetery is. The lady who points, who symbolically points lower and lower and lower in age into a hospital, and through the September 12th, and then all these other signs, there's no way that this is coincidence. No way. And check this out. The 1980 from the Lord's Intention of Vera, Paul, October 9th. Look at this. Look at the symmetry. It's perfect. It's the next one over from the hospital. Look at this. And then the next one from that is this. Look at that. The most important symbol over here, right here. Other than the fact that it's supported by other evidences and signs to make me know that this one also is not coincidence. It goes straight from the Smith to the hospital. By the way, my initials, the last three, I am. What are my initials? Am I? Yes, I am. Look at that. Right into the Smith, the 1980. What is the Lord saying? And then, of course, the Joseph Smith is right here. Let me just check this real fast over here. We'll have to come back. Okay. So here's one of the ones that had a 1980. There was two, I think, over here. Let me see, it's right here, no. There, no. Okay, right here. It's a 1980 with a prophet's birth. Prophet's birth. And I thought there was something interesting. Woolly. No. Nothing. Okay, there was two 1980s. And this is kind of a little ways, like, because if you think about all those graves, that's a lot. And a lot of dates in between. And that's right, there was two 1980s over there, but I thought there was one other thing. I forgot. There's an 1890. So it's next to another William. Anyways, no November 7th. None. I've searched. November 25th. July 3rd, October 2nd, February, July. Benson, no. Oh, look at this one. It has my patriarchal date with Joseph Smith's death date, June 27th, and an 80. My patriarchal date, July 2nd. Which is next to this line with the Lorenzo Snow birthday. I may have to come back over here, but what is this? Block 7? Oh, look at that. So number 7. Is that a coincidence? Number 7. There's 1927 on that sign. You can't see it from this angle. Huh. Okay. So let me... So if I'm going straight... I don't think I would count this though. I don't think it's in line enough or strong enough. But the line goes about right here. Now, if I go through the corner, through the hospital one, but unless there was more back there, that I wouldn't count that. But again, none of these have 1980. Absolutely none. Just way over there. And then the fact that this one has one in such an old part. Look, 1917 was the death. 1895, look. 1980, 1946, 1940. So this one's newer too, the one with the Paul, and then this one right here. +6. Anyways, I don't believe. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Look at this. The very next one has an October 9th, my dad's symbol. Look, which is 1865. The very next one. And look, 1890, my birth numbers again in a different order. Let me make sure that's a 9 and not a 7. Yeah, it's a 9. 1835? Oh yeah. Completely different person. And isn't it interesting that the October 9th is on this side? Look at that. The alignment here is too perfect. Look, the September 12th right next to the hospital. 3 down from the Spencer. The 1980, look at the symmetry. And then this one has the Vera symbol, the Paul, and the October 9th symbol. Now, I think there was one. Okay, this is not coincidence. And on top of that, President Monson's grandfather on his father's side is about in this row, but all the way at the top. And he has all kinds of signs up there around him. So here's the prophet's parents again, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. November 6th. Another reason the November 6th might be interesting is my mom met Elder Uchtdorf, whose birthday is November 6th. And the 1918 is close to 1980 in terms of the symbols. It's just one off. If you switch the 8 and the 1, just like that is one off. The November 6th. There's the Mark Peterson.